Today we will walk you through alerts and the magic of using alerts to make better decisions and to really sit back and get a feel for markets before you rush in and say just buy, 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 sell, sell. Actually, what we're going to do instead is something a little more methodical in the sense of think through something, make a note of it, perhaps write some text. This is a level to watch. And then, of course, create an alert based off that very simple or quick or thorough analysis. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We quickly just gave you a brief demonstration, but we're really going to dive into this video into all of the ways you can use alerts to make better decisions. So as you can see on this chart, we are looking at NVDA or NVIDIA. And if we use the price range tool, we notice that NVIDIA is down from its recent all-time high. It's down about almost 10%. And it actually recently hit 10% and bounced. And in both instances, it bounced. Super interesting. So we've already learned something new. This 10% drawdown, it's bounced at both points in time. So what we can do just based on that information is draw a line across the chart to mark that level, and we're going to do just that. So we've selected in this instance our horizontal line, and we're going to draw that at the bottom here of this 10% range, and we're going to click. We're going to change the color of this line to make it easier to see, can't miss. So now we have this line here, and we will also add some text. And that text is going to say minus 10% drawdown alert. That means this line is our note, our reminder that if the price crosses it, it means a minus 10% drawdown from its recent all-time high is at 10%. So we've created this line, and now what we'll do is we'll go here and we'll right click, and there's a little button here that says add alert on horizontal line. We click. Now we are in the process of creating our alert. Condition, NVIDIA, regular session, crossing, crossing up, crossing down. You have all of these conditions and ways you can build the alert. In this case, what we're going to do is do crossing down. So it's going to go down below this line. We only want to get the alert once. We're going to keep it open-ended. We're going to get notified on the app in a pop-up as an email. And if we had another service, a website, a chat room, we can actually create a custom webhook to send that alert to other places. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to say NVIDIA, 1 day crossing down, and let's also say minus 10% drawdown from recent high, and we'll also write YouTube video reminder. So when we get this alert, we'll know that this NVIDIA alert minus 10%. So what we've done here in our alert management box is we've given it a name we cannot miss or can't forget, NVIDIA alert minus 10%. We've even wrote some text like YouTube video reminder, minus 10% drawdown from recent high, and we have some other notes here as well. Then we click create, and now there's the alert. It's been created, and you can tell the alert has been created based on this clock icon. So we have an alert that's now been created, and it will fire off when price breaks through this line. So like we were saying, rather than just buying and selling with no plan, at TradingView, our goal is to build a platform that can help you make better decisions, follow markets better, slow down, and have a process. And alerts are one of the ways you can really take advantage of that. Now keep in mind there is an alert button up here as well. So you can click this button to open up the alert menu at any point in time. And what you could do with this alert menu is you don't even need to draw anything on the chart. You don't need to have a horizontal line. Even if you, for example, had Bollinger Bands on your chart, you don't even need these. because in this example, actually, if you click the indicator, right click, you can actually create an alert on the Bollinger Bands. We'll get to that after this example. But what we're trying to say in this point of the video is you can just click alert and start from scratch. So you could even create a price alert based on any condition without drawing anything. So we have NVIDIA, and the condition we're going to do here is we are going to say moving down a percentage. And in this example, we want to know if NVIDIA moves down a certain percentage in a period of time, we want an alert. Let's say that in this example, NVIDIA moves down, how about let's do 2% in one bar. So what would that mean? Well, this is a daily chart, so each bar is 1 day. So if NVIDIA ever moves down 2% in 1 day or one bar, so one of these bars is minus 2%, we want to get a notification. And for that matter, let's actually change this to 5%. Let's make this a dip we can't miss. A 5% drop in a single bar. That is a huge drop, and we want to know if that happens. That could be a dip opportunity. We're also not going to leave this open-ended. We're only going to have this alert last until, say, the end of November, meaning if NVIDIA does not drop 5% in a single day, by this date, the alert will just expire and it will disappear. We want to be notified on the TradingView mobile app. We want to get a pop-up, and we want an email. And this will be our 5% dip alert in NVIDIA. So this is the alert name. Give it a super clear title that you can't miss. This title will pop up on your app, in your email, and as well on your desktop. So it's in a title that you absolutely want to be clear. And then the message, you're going to want to write something about this message, or you could just have fun. In this case, it says NVIDIA 1 day moving down 5% in one bar. We can even write mega dip, panic alert, because if it drops 5% in a day, that's quite a bit. We want to know about that. And now we click create. It says maximum expiration date is 60 days. So we've gone slightly too far out. And that is a good reminder for this video. When you are creating your alert, you have 60-day expiration time. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to click create, and the alert is set. It's on the chart. Now that we've created this alert, what's so interesting is you don't see it anywhere, right? Whereas in this case, the alert we drew, it's obviously right there on this line. But we also now have an alert that's not visible. It's just following price constantly. And if this ever drops 5% in a single day, the alert will fire off. But where do we see that? Well, right here on the right side panel is an alert menu. This is your alert dashboard where you can manage all of the alerts that you create, and you can see if they've been triggered, if they've stopped, if they've expired, the details behind them, when they were created, the price details, the actual conditions. It's all right here. And as you can see, we actually have 3 alerts set right now out of the 400 available to us. Here's the 5% dip alert. We just made this alert. As you can see, we'll make this a little bigger. We just made this 5% dip alert. Let's just move to the price here. And there it is. It says active. And if we hover our mouse over this alert, we see all of these details. We even see the message that we included, and we see some really specific details about the date and exact time it was created at, the ticker symbol, moving down 5% in one bar. Now, what we can also do if we want to is we could pause it. So as you can see, stopped manually. Or we can resume it. Now it's active again. We can also open up these settings really quickly with just one click on the settings wheel. And here's the alert panel. We have all of these options now to customize if we change our mind. And a great example of this is, let's say you create an alert, and then one day you leave your computer and you don't check this symbol for several days. Well, you could instantly come back, open your alert menu, and see what's happened with your alerts. Get an instant status check. Also, if you click this X here, you'll delete the alert, but we don't want to do that. So I'm going to click no. There's the alert. So these are all of the alerts that we've set. And what's really, really helpful about understanding the alerts menu is that you can also treat your alerts menu a little bit like a secondary watch list in a way, because these are all of the alerts that you've created across all of the symbols that you've been watching, and they are super specific alerts. They have very detailed notes on them. They tell you the conditions, the price, the date. And so what you can do is just click through, and what you'll notice is that the symbol is actually changing with us as we go. So we click here, look at this, ES1. We click here, GC1. And if we go down, we'll click here. Now we're looking at your JBP. So you can kind of see as you click through each alert, you're just going to see the details and the new ticker symbol. So in a way, it's like also a really detailed watch list. You can see all of the alerts you've created live on the chart. A few other helpful notes is that you can organize your alerts by many different sets. The ticker symbol, alphabetical. The name of your alert, alphabetical. The message of your alert, alphabetical. The date created of your alert, whether you want the oldest alert showing first or the newest alerts showing first. And of course, you could do the triggering time. So, how long ago was the alert triggered, or how new is a specific alert? It is all up to you, and you can sort this to your needs using this drop down. One more other really helpful tip is that you do have an alerts log, and currently there have been no alerts triggered, so we don't see anything, but as your alerts are firing off, this will be updating in real time, and you can follow your alerts log. You can clear it. You can even export the alerts log as a CSV if you need to study the details behind your alerts. This is really powerful if you're looking just to take that data elsewhere. Export it as a CSV and study all of the triggered alerts that you have on a particular day or time. We'll make this smaller because our alerts log is not firing off at the moment. Now, lastly, one more thing that we want to show you is the search box. So you can actually search for specific words. So we want to search for buy. We have 2 buy the dip alerts, but there's so much more that we could search for. Maybe we just want to see your USD. We type in your USD, and here are all of the alerts. Or we could do your JBP. Here are all of the your JBP alerts. So you can use this search box to find all of the alerts you've ever created, and you can sort by symbol as you please, or keywords. So we could even just type in moving average. And what's so cool about this is now we see the alerts that are using a moving average. And we can click those alerts. The chart will change. So we click this, SPY, SPY. We click this, Google, Google. And we see all of the moving average alerts that we've created. We've given them these specific names. We can't miss it. So this is the alerts menu. Make this your best friend on your journey to creating alerts. You can manage everything from here, and it is just an important way to slow down your process. As we were saying earlier, the platform that we're building at TradingView is meant to help you do additional research, slow down, plan ahead, rather than just buying at any random price or selling at any random price. You actually are patient, you wait, you map out your levels, and you use the alerts to create a process that reminds you of those levels. You don't have to stare at the screen all day. We could even call this alert, don't stare at the screen all day. And even in this message, set it and forget it. This alert is a reminder that, and then you could, of course, fill in the blank of what this alert is exactly for you. Click Create, go to our alerts menu, and look at this. Don't stare at the screen all day. We have it here, and it is active right now, as we can see. And that's just an example of what you could do with your alerts and how you can manage this. So we hope that this video is helping. And one more quick thing that we really want to show you about these alerts is something that's particularly important to those who use indicators. So if you go up here to indicators and click, and this works for public library indicators, built-ins, all types of indicators across the TradingView platform. Well, you could say click built-ins, and you could select, say in this example, why don't we do a very simple moving average? Let's double click this moving average to open its settings, change its design so it's easier to see. Let's change its inputs to make it a 100-day moving average. Let's keep it based off the open, high, low, close divided by 4. Same as chart, click OK. So now we have this moving average. And how interesting is this? Price bounced, price bounced, price bounced, price bounced. Well, in that case, we are not just going to rush in here and just buy, or sell, sell. We're going to be patient. We can right-click on this moving average and click Add Alert. So now what we're doing is a moving average, a 100-day moving average, 100. So if we said something different earlier, this is a 100-day moving average. And look at this. One of our alerts has just popped up. So let's go to our alerts menu. Alerts log. Don't stare at the screen all day. It was just triggered. We had just created this alert. We made it really close to the current price, and it triggered. And look at our log. Here it is. Don't stare at the screen all day. How cool is that? We got the notification on our screen. If we check our mobile app, we will have this. And if we go to our email, we'll have this. Pretty cool, right? You can do this same exact thing. Now, let's get back to what we were saying about this 100-day moving average. We right-click, add alert. We have condition, moving average. MA means moving average. So we're just going to select moving average. The other options you see here will generally be this ticker symbol you're looking at, ETHUSD, or other indicators you have on the chart. We have volume bars on the chart, so that's an option. But let's select moving average. We want it to cross down in this instance on the moving average only once. Keep it open-ended, so we want this alert anytime. Don't expire ever. And alert actions, we want to do notify on app, get our pop-up, email, and alert title. We're going to do something really simple. 100 day moving average alert. This is the alert we were waiting for. We did not rush in to buy or sell. We created this alert, sat down, remained patient, and let it trigger. Okay. How cool is that? This is the message we're going to get if this happens. And we wrote out all this text just to reinforce why you would create alerts in the first place. Patience. Have a plan. Let it come to you. Don't rush into it. And then, of course, at the bottom, there's some additional text here about the alert as well. So here's the title, alert name. This is the name of it. This is the actual message we'll see. Here are the actions, how we'll get notified, the time, open-ended, only once, and then, of course, the conditions. Click Create. And now you can see, look at this line. This orange line here is going to tell us the alert is triggered, or not triggered, it's set. It even says alert, 100-day moving average. You'll always see it on this chart now. As an example, we'll go to Google here. Now let's go back to ETHUSD, and there's the alert. It's still there. So you can create alerts based off of these indicators as well. We hope that we've shown you the key details of creating alerts, including your alerts menu, how to manage them, sort them, pause them, delete them, or edit them. We also hope we showed you how to do drawings on the chart and create alerts based on these drawings. And most importantly, we hope we showed you how to also add alerts onto your indicators and strategies, because if you can learn how to add alerts to your indicators and strategies, you can now create some really advanced alerts based on very specific details of price action, depending on your favorite built-in, or even if you're using the public library. For example, you have super trend here. You could add this super trend to the chart. This was coded by another trader or investor. And that's the cool thing about the built-in library. It's where traders and investors from around the world code and create their own indicators for you and share them with you. And you could add them to your chart. This is Fibonacci Bollinger Bands. And you could even do add alert on Fibonacci Bollinger Bands. Now here are all the settings to create that alert as needed. So I hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial, and the key here is to get you started. And that is really the main takeaway of this video. Go up to the top of your chart and click alert to get started, fill out the conditions as needed, and you will immediately see the power of alerts and why they are so important. You are putting your plan and process into an alert that triggers when all of the conditions are met perfectly, and you're no longer chasing or trading or investing without a plan. You've mapped out your plan and you're getting alerts based on that plan. Thank you for watching. We hope this helped. Please leave any questions or comments below.